Nachdem wir uns also zuvor durch das Gebäude geballert und gehackt haben, the morning after, you hunker down in the janitor's locker room amid the smells of industrial strength cleansers, floor wax, and body odor. Sleep is impossible as you must be constantly on your guard for the telltale sounds of security teams or building maintenance crews. Morning eventually comes, and with it, another chance at Project Aegis. Good morning, mon ami. You look well. You better have a good reason for locking me in here overnight. Given Mr. Silverstar's paranoia about security, we could not get into his office in a straightforward manner last night. However, thanks to the mayhem created by you and your Shadowrunners, a situation ripe for exploitation now exists. While you waited here, I continued to probe, looking into some of the less secure, more mundane Telestrian office files. Shipping records indicate that Mr. Silverstar recently took delivery of several paintings he commissioned. After being promoted to VP of Telestrian Security, the shipment was called Our Values. On the same day, building maintenance reported installing the artwork in his office at the same time as a piece of equipment purchased from Fujicop. Although they attempted to obfuscate its use, I believe it is the safe. And the sample is safe. You are very bright. Mr. Silverstar is personally conducting the investigation into last night's break-in. He is interviewing personnel who may have pertinent information. You need to be one of the personnel he interviews, in his office. Once you are inside, you will need him to leave, so you can find a way to get the sample. So I tell him I have evidence so I can get inside his office for an interview. Close. You will plant evidence of your own creation. There are 3 matrix emergency power junctions on this level. If we add some comlink chips to them, it will make last night's run appear to be preparation for a larger run. It will bring the attention of Telestrian security. Getting the attention of corporate security comes easily to me. What's your angle? Ja, das würde mich auch interessieren. There's a janitor's uniform, ID badge and the comlink chips in the locker. They will get your general access and allow you to pass the basic inspection. The rest is up to you. One more thing. Mr. Silverstar is well known for his creative security measures. You do well to learn as much as you can about this man before meeting him. Now, quickly change and I will unlock the door. Okay, und wieder mal schlüpfen wir in Hausmeister-Klamotten. The supervisor has the look of a Stoffercheck manager, with delusions that he's on a career track rather than what he is. A disposable, dime-a-dozen resource. Hey, there you are! I'm Steve Scott. I'll be your direct supervisor. Sorry I missed you when I first came in, but I only found out that you were starting an hour ago when you suddenly showed up in the system. We had a glitch or something. Normally we'd watch an orientation trait and walk through our mission statement, but well, it's going to be hard for you on your first day, but you're going to need to clean up some blood, maybe a lot. Cleaning other people's messes is what I do. You'll have your hands full. There was some sort of break-in last night. Some people were just get things cleaned up on this floor. And listen, people are going to be on Ash today, so try to stay invisible and don't get into any trouble. Otherwise they're going to call me, and I'm going to have to reprimand you and put a note in your file. Straighten up this floor and stay out of trouble. Got it. Natürlich. Genau das werden wir auch tun. I hope they get whoever did this. Only a fool would attack a Telestrian corporate office and think they can get away with it. Start heading from room to room and clean what needs cleaning. Good luck and welcome to Telestrian. Danke für die warme Begrüßung. What can I do for you? The top floor may only be accessed with express authorization of Eric Silverstar, our VP of Security. You can head to the lower floor if your supervisor wants. Okay. Now then. Ja, schaut's ganz schön aus. As the Telestian tech jockey turns to speak, you notice a panel has been removed from one of the land wrecks just behind him. Thanks for coming. Can you believe it? Silverstar is calling an intrusion, but I know the aftermath of a Shadowrun when I see it. Start over the corner and make sure you don't get any solvents on my servers. You think you could duck out for a smoke or something? Be easy if I didn't have to clean around you. Sorry, yeah, no problem. Just another day in paradise, alright? Tschüss. So, comlink chip. The open panel is a rat's nest of cables and half disassembled hardware. Some of it is loose. Okay, stecken wir mal ein paar Komponenten ein. Easy. I have to say at this point, it's not looking good. I don't know how it happened. Nonetheless, our record shows this terminal was left unsecured in direct contravention of Telestian corporate policy. You failed in your duty. I know it's duty above all for you security types, but I'm the victim here, I swear. Perhaps when Mr. Silverstar gets his next promotion, that will become a value for you to pushes as well. Right now, it seems your value is clock out early and ignore my responsibilities. Don't go anywhere. I need to make a report to Eric. This is Security-Typen. Immer nervig. The wage slave is on edge. He's staring vacantly on his terminal with hands to his face and his fingers reaching low. What do you want? Can you see I'm busy? Looks like you're in some real trouble, chummer. Pass. Unless you can clean up a shadow career, leave me alone. Oh. Ich habe ein paar Sachen gefunden, die dir helfen könnten. I doubt it. You know the guy who said life isn't fair? He was talking about me. Security's spoiling you, but I could make it look like a terminal was tampered with and no one could be the wiser. You're right. There's no reason I should let security push me around. He steals himself. Just do it quick. He places cables and data chips around the terminal's casing. Zack, bitte. Thank you so much. I won't forget this when your review comes up. Oh, kein Problem. Ich helfe doch gerne. Das ist für den Moment hier rausbegeben. Ich muss sehr viel aufräumen. Ja, aber das bleibt unter uns, okay? Klar bleibt das unter uns. Nummer 2, check. Also so gut wie. Blip. Okay, das ist aus irgendeinem Grund hier noch aktiv. Okay, gibt's hier noch was? Two men are staring into the vent and shaking their heads. Lock roll. I know, and you know, there's nothing in that vent, but when I told that to Silverstar, he accused me of not wanting to crawl in there. Said was letting the company down by not displaying the corporate value of duty. The suits still love their mission statements and all that dreck. But today isn't the day for Telestian Corp's duty above all crap. Several of us did the ultimate duty last night. I guess we should just be happy Mr. Telestian is needed today. Just get in there and take another look. I have to go upstairs and report. Okay, den sind wir los. A filthy security guard is looking into an open vent. He is clearly not enjoying the idea of climbing back into the dark. Sorry I tracked that dreck all over the floor, he shakes his head. Man, I can't believe what happened to the night watch. Me either. You think you're done with the rent for the day? They want me to get this room back in order. If anyone asks, you saw me in there, okay? Na klar doch. Sicher haben wir dich gesehen. Ganz klar. Und vielleicht haben wir auch gesehen, wie du etwas an diesem Terminal manipuliert hast. Zack. So. Reden wir nochmal mit dem Wächter hier. Reden wir mit dem Wächter. Bla bla bla. Hey, ich habe diese ganzen Chips von den Matrix-Switchboxen gefunden. Ist das wichtig? The guard thinks for a moment and activates his comlink. He turns his back on you and has a brief conversation. Then he turns back. Mr. Silverstar wants to see you in his office immediately. Dankeschön. Machen wir doch gerne. Collecting the sample. The brutish dog-eat-dog existence of a slum dweller is a far cry from the quiet aspiration and the existential nothingness of a corporate wage slave. Yet after your time at Celestian Industries, it's unclear which is more bleak. The elevator rises smoothly, its splendorized music assaulting you once again as you ascend to the executive floor. And your goal. Na, dann sprechen wir doch mal mit Mr. Celestian. Mr. Silverstar. There you are. It seems that some of my best are letting me down, and it's good to see you're displaying one of the most important of my 3 key values. Well, it's duty above all, right? Well, yes, that's the first value, and I'm glad more than those outside of security follow it, and from a janitor no less. No, I'm speaking of my third and final value of vigilance, which seems to be sorely lacking around here. Danke, sir. Well, rewards and punishments must be given where required. Now please stop filling out the report on my datapad. I'm afraid I must ask you to not sit in my chair given your attire. I need to head downstairs and investigate your findings. I'll be right back. Na klar, machen wir doch. Bis gleich. So these paintings must be what all the expensive deliveries were. We don't have much time. I'm tracking Silverstar and he's already stepping off the elevator. I don't think your disguise will hold up much longer. I'll update you on his movement. Hurry, mon ami. Nope. Vielleicht am ersten der hinter seinem... He has a few guards, a tech worker and a nervous tech slave gathered in the boardroom and it's beginning to question them. He has finished interviewing a Matrix tech and is now talking sternly to a pair of guards. Ja, ja. Dachte, ich muss nur das richtige Bild finden. Anscheinend war es ein Coachlos. Kommt da mal drauf. Immerhin kann ich gleich von hier wieder starten. Aber wir sind schon kurz vorm Ende, ich fühle es. Bla 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 bla. Tschüss, tschüss. Also Nummer 1. Nummer 2. Nummer 3. Das ist... Okay. Die Bilder waren... Moment, DNA. Die halb gerauchte Zigarre. Ach, der ist mal um Dreiecken rum. Great work, mon ami. The time for stealth has passed. It has set off every alarm in the system, but I have unlocked the executive elevator and your path is clear. Head to the elevator, make your escape. Na dann. Raus hier. Hier durch? Ja. Ich kann und ich werde. Tschüss. Und zwar ganz schön pronto. Tada! Ich hoffe, das war's jetzt. Detective McCluskey stands smirking, surrounded by armed and twitchy Lone Star officers. Good morning, moron. Guten Morgen, Detective McCluskey. Ein schöner Tag für Polizeikorruption, oder? That's right, dummy. Keep flapping your jaw. That sort of thing will be perfect for where you're going. Mr. Telestrian wants to meet you in person. He wants to chat about last night's fun and games. You can come along quietly, you can meet him in a body bag. Come on, drag for brains, make the wrong choice. I'm counting on that asshat. Natürlich war es nicht so einfach. Natürlich. Es zieht sich noch länger. The estate. From the floor of the Lone Star cruiser, you watch the tops of the downtown corridor's office buildings disappear, replaced by the grey overcast over the I-90 bridge, the nylon restraints binding your wrists and ankles, along with McCluskey's whistling to the radio, make for an unpleasant ride. A half hour later, the cruiser hits a whisper-smooth patch of road, and a magnificent mansion fills your view. Its design a blend of old-world finery and elvish grace. The car pulls to an abrupt halt and you're dragged into the driveway, where McCluskey pulls a nasty-looking knife and cuts your bonds. You look up to see you're surrounded by a squad of green-clad ghosts, special forces troops from Tangier. Massaging their feeling back into your numb extremities, you're prepared to meet the man himself, James Telestrian III. The fuzzy elf with the air of a Victorian butler studies you from your toes to the tips of your pointed ears before he speaks. Mr. Telestrian is expecting you. We'll find him in his office. Thank you, Cheese. Delighted to be of service. You may wait here for a few moments to gather yourselves before you enter Mr. Telestrian's office. Some people find that they need time to prepare themselves before meeting an elf of his statue. However, the upstairs is off limits to you and the library is occupied at the moment. Do not tarry though, Mr. Telestrian is not one to be kept waiting long. Natürlich. Ganz schön nice Bude. Yes, here. There's a twinkle in Alshanoon's eye that there when he spoke at the Seamstresses' Union. It's good to see you again. There's much to do. You run in some pretty different circles, don't you, Alshanon? I do not run at all, Angel Wee. I go where I am needed. I am needed here. Seek me out after you have spoken to James Telestrian. Perhaps I can be of service again. Na klar. The man himself, James Telestrian III. As you approach, James Telestrian III looks up from the computer screen built into the surface of his desk and assesses you, calculating and cold. A practiced smile comes to his face. He wipes the kind of rich you don't get from private. It's not the clothing, or the trappings, or the bow before your betters mention. It's something else. The feeling that you're being categorized as a resource, or a liability, or a pawn. I've been reviewing the results of your visit to my Seattle office last night. I admit they are impressive. You have generated a considerable amount of damage to my office complex, killed or wounded many of my security personnel, and cost my vice president of security his job. In 24 hours, you've accumulated quite a bill with me, ma'am. Ja, das kommt schon mal vor. So, how do you intend to settle your debt? Etiquette corporate. Gut, dass wir das genommen haben. Once my current assignment is complete, I will be happy to discuss working off my debt to you, Mr. Telestrian. This discussion may happen one day, assuming the outcome of this conversation does not result in your immediate termination. When one is in my debt, they remain in my debt until such time that I decide the debt is repaid. There will be no negotiation on that point, however. As you have one piece of information which you might use as a bargaining chip in the little time you have left to live. Why you took. I am interested to know why you and your team of criminals fought your way through my security teams up to my private office to access the Matrix and uncover the location of a simple research project. It goes like this. Your half-brother, Sam Watts, hired me to find his own killer. He had a dead man switch. When I find the killer, I get paid. You impress me, ma'am. My father's bastards are intentionally not well known, even to themselves. Nevertheless, I fail to see the connection between this Sam Watts' death and the raid on one of my office buildings. There's no connection between the research project and the dead man I'm aware of. Na, dann präsentieren wir dir doch mal die Verbindung, die du nicht siehst. Sam was killed by your half-sister Jessica. Jessica is protected by giant bugs. Aegis kills giant bugs. Kill the bugs. Kill Jessica. Get paid. I find your bluntness somehow refreshing. He touches a button on the desk. Mr. Quoth, please ask my daughter to join us. The young, pretty elf has dark circles under her eyes and a haunted expression on her face. She recognizes you instantly. It's you. You're the woman who helped me escape from the Universal Brotherhood. How did you get here? Telestrian cuts in quickly. Thank you, Marie-Louise. You have confirmed the identity of your rescuer and given me reason to forgive her for her trespasses against me. She looks hungry for your help. I'm glad you're here. Good to see you get out okay, Marie-Louise. I'm not okay. I can't sleep at all. I'm afraid that this is a dream, and I wake up back there and they'll still be there. With the bugs. You can relax, Marie-Louise. You're safe. It's over. No! It won't be over until they're all dead. She shudders. You didn't see them. You don't understand. You and those men you flew in here. All you do is talk. It's just like you to form a committee, Father. I knew someone had to take action. That's why I got Hakim involved. The already cold exterior of James Telestian III turns to ice. I see. It was you and your crippled little friend who leaked eaches to this woman. We'll speak of it later, in private. Now then, Angel Wee, there are people I wish you to meet. The committee my daughter alluded to. This is a rare opportunity for a woman of the streets, such as yourself. I urge you to behave. We'll return to the library. Ja, klingt, als ob ich keine Wahl hätte. Not if you wish to draw another breath, no. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. There's a weight in Telestrian's library, a sense of magnitude and purpose. You're no longer in the presence of mere wealth, you're in the presence of history. Müssen wir erstmal meine trockene Kehle wieder behandeln. Energy allein schafft das nicht. Guter Eistee dafür, umso besser. Diese Mission zieht sich echt gewaltig, damit hätte ich nicht gerechnet. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Angel Wee. She is the elf who saved my daughter, and the only one who has faced our common enemy in combat. Herr Brackhaus, what does the representative of the great dragon, Lofia, have to tell us about the magical insect this Shadowrunner uncovered? Brackhaus speaks slowly with a deep, melodious German accent. He takes his time, accentuating each word, relishing each vowel and each consonant, tasting them as if they were a delicacy. My lord Lofia has witnessed the insect spirit's physical manifestations before. Roughly 9,000 years ago. As you are aware, magic ebbs and flows from the earth, cycling from peak to peak over the course of 5,200 years. As the level of magic rose. Hans, dear, I love you, but could you babble on forever? But you could babble on forever, I believe time is of the essence. The painted elf addresses you. Angel Wee, is it? Delighted. The bug you fought was not merely a magically awakened animal like a wyvern or a hydra, or anything else in the sixth world. In fact, it isn't anything from this world at all. It is the physical embodiment of an insect spirit from another plane of existence. Darum konnte ich es nicht umbringen. Exactly so. Your little buggy friend exists on both planes simultaneously. Now an insect spirit can't simply thumble right through astral space and show up on Earth late for dinner. Dinner in this case being us. Two elements are required to bring one across the void. A shaman and a host. First, the spirit calls upon a shaman, often in dreams. The spirit seduces the shaman with promises of great power. The shaman then accepts the spirit of his totem. Next, the insect spirit requires a suitable host. The best candidates are the disaffected and the disenfranchised. In short, the weak-willed. Their minds are the most susceptible to suggestion, which is helpful in making the transformation. As you may imagine, these are the sorts of people easily attracted to a cult, such as the Universal Brotherhood. Finally, by performing what has to be a truly disgusting ritual, the shaman serving the insect totem implants the spirit into the host, willingly or not. Then it's feeding time. Leia Queen is correct. The insect spirit will slowly consume its host while transforming it into the spirit's own insectoid body, thus manifesting itself fully onto display. I don't like the sound of this. You shouldn't. It's bad. Really, really bad. Ja, das haben wir schon kapiert, danke. The initial bugs prepare a nest for the summoning of a queen. Once a nest has its queen, she literally explodes with newly manifested insect spirits. They swarm out of the nest, feasting on all the flesh they can find, and implanting more insect spirits into the fresh corpses, again, and again, and again. The room falls silent as they all consider the scenario, faces grim. The Lestrian breaks the silence. This is not an infestation, Angel V. It's an invasion. My lord would love here knows this day would come, but he did not know precisely when or where. Your rescue of Mr. Telestrian's daughter has exposed the existence of insect spirit for the first time in this cycle of the world. Okay, also ihr seid dieses Mal spät dran und das... Okay, diesmal seid ihr früh dran und das gibt euch... upper hand. We are not early. We merely have experience on our side. The insect spirit is only a resident in the transformed host's body. Conventional weapons can hurt the body and expose the spirit, but the spirit itself cannot be destroyed by mundane means, hence Project Aegis. Her Telestrian's biotechnology and agricultural divisions worked with my Lord Love with thaumaturgical engineers and designed Project Aegis to destroy an insect spirit once it is released from its host. The formula, a fluorescent astral bacteria strain, exists in the physical and astral plane at once and can thus affect the insect spirit. Now that was awful. Did you memorize it or are you reading it off index cards? My director of R&D, Diane Ravenwood, will explain how Project Aegis will be used in the field. Ravenwood? Our weapons specialists have rapidly prototyped a delivery device for the fluorescent astral bacteria strain. They've created some prototype launchers which fire Aegis-filled shells. When fired, the shells will discharge a high-velocity stream of the bacteria. In order to destroy one of the bugs, it must first be damaged using conventional weapons or magic, until the spirit is released from the host body. Then the insect spirits must be shot with the Project Aegis prototype launcher to destroy it. Aegis is So in order to stop an invasion of insects from another dimension, a dragon and an elf co-created a magical insecticide. Ein multidimensionales Insektenspray? Okay. Crudely put, but accurate. We must stop the Universal Brotherhood from summoning a queen. We must stop them immediately. You're the only one who has been inside their facility, and the only one who has personally fought these creatures before. That, along with a highly effective assault upon my property, indicates you're the ideal person to lead the attack. Okay, und was lässt euch denken, dass das tatsächlich funktioniert? Harley Quinn grins and his red lipstick catches the light. Because it has to. Come on, kid. When fate taps you on the shoulder, you've got to pay attention. Unfortunately, she has the nasty habit of tapping on the opposite shoulder, so that when you turn around, she's on your other side, giggling like a deranged schoolgirl. I hate that. Enough. Are you willing to undergo this mission, Angel Way? I'm a professional, and professionals get paid for their work. I'm assuming serving all mankind involves compensation. Of course, here's my proposal. If you prevent the queen from being summoned and destroy the insects in the next... no. Of course, here's my proposal. If you prevent the queen from being summoned and destroy the insects in the next, 1 million Nuyen will be divided by the surviving team members. 1 Million? Ja, da bin ich dabei. Excellent. He claps his hands as if seeing the circus for the first time. I love the way the short-lived are willing to die even faster. It's very inspirational. Bracos raises his hand and Harlequin's clapping instantly stops. There is one final note, a warning if you will. You have seen the danger that the insects represent, but you have not witnessed the shaman's power. The shaman must tap into a powerful source of magic in order to summon a queen. We do not know what abilities that power source will grant. Beware of the insects, but do not underestimate the shaman. Hey, don't scare the kid, Hansel. We still need to go on the mission. By the by, I'm coming with you, Angel. I wouldn't mind seeing these creatures for myself. I missed them last time. The Lestrian will bankroll you so you can hire the rest of the team. Find me when you're ready to go and we'll bug right out of here. Yeah, speak with Harlequin when you're ready to depart. If you wish to acquire additional supplies for your mission, find my assistant, Quoth. He is highly resourceful. Okay. Ein Angriff auf die Brotherhood Hauptquartier. Zum zweiten Mal. Doch dieses wird warten müssen. Denn für heute ist diese Runde von Shadowrun Returns zu Ende. Und doch vorher können wir 42 Karma ausgeben. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Na denn, seien wir mal spendabel. Shotgun. Check. Intelligence, check. Decking. Check. Wir haben noch 3 übrig. Pistole. Nö. Nö. Irgendwas noch, wo sich die 3 ausgeben lassen würden. Was sind gegen... Ja, hauen wir mal hier rein.